Hey guys, it's Johnny from JTK Gaming, and today we have a very interesting interview with Miat. A lot of you guys have probably heard of Miat and his add-ons, so for the ones that don't know you, why don't you go ahead and just introduce yourself, mate?
So first of all, this name has two ways of pronunciation. People who don't know me pronounce it as Miat, and people who know me pronounce it as Miat.
Miat, okay?
I don't care. It's either way. I just find it
That's
funny.
that's the way I read it originally, and then my missus and everyone's like, no, it's Miat. I'm like, okay.
And we have a running joke that Miat creates the add-ons, and Miat is the guy who plays with everybody.
Okay, yep. Alright.
So that's that.
Sweet. So, probably the first question, we talked about this a little bit the other day, but first question is basically like, could you explain to us about your add-on basically? Because there's a lot of people out there that I think have got it a bit misunderstood as far as basically that they think the add-on is cheating, and there's a lot of people that won't use it, and they're calling
hmm
people that use it cheaters and so on. So could you just go ahead and kind of explain a little bit? Um,
It might be a little long, but it's quite easy to do. So, anyways, game interfaces. People tend to understand game interfaces as something that can see on their screen. Like they got some unit frames, let's say, with their resources and stuff, and they think this is the interface. And in many games, which does not allow interface customization, this is true. But in some other games, like the most common example is WoW, for instance, which have been there for I'm not sure how many years already. And it so happened to be another example of that. Interface consists of the base interface that developers provide and the underlying structure, which is written in Lua, both in WoW and ESO. And whatever game developers did, it's also a Lua visual interpretation of the interface. So basically, they have some Lua functions in some language, and the developers use this language to create what you see on the screen. But
so sorry to interrupt
mhm,
you. For the ones that don't know, law is the coding
just a language.
language. Is that correct?
Yep,
Yep.
yep. Just a language, just a coding language,
Yep.
just a programming language. It's quite simple. It's quite fun for those who like to program. So, and people prefer to make interfaces in many games for simplicity reasons and because it integrates really good with C++ backbone. So they like to use Lua specifically for the interface. So, anyways, there's some Lua backbone, which means there's a bunch of functions that you can do, bunch of programming stuff. Then developers, which created these like Lua backbone, I would say, they use this backbone to create what you see on your screen. And it so happens that in WoW and in ESO, this backbone, Lua backbone, is open to the public to make their customization of the interface. Not all parts of this programming language functions are open to the public. Developers make a choice. Like this function is just for them, for the developers, and this function can be used by everybody.
Yeah.
So there's a distinction that developers themselves introduce into the whole interface structure. And here we have it. So we have again this bunch of functions. Let's say like thousands of functions of different kinds, which programmers can use, and most of them, like 90%, are available for everybody to modify the interface. And developers can use all of them. That's what they do.
So
So developers provide. Let me just finish real quick.
no worries.
Developers provide these functions and their interface that they made using these functions to the public. This is what we have in ESO and in WoW and probably in some other games which supports this type of interface customization.
Okay, so basically, correct me if I'm wrong. I'll just
hmm
sum it up for people. Basically, the code Zos chose to put this code and chose to make it accessible to you
Everybody.
and other modders. So you know, therefore, you're basically just only using what Zos has provided you with, basically.
That's the nature of interface add-ons. You cannot use anything else. You use precisely, specifically, and totally what is provided to you by the developers.
Yeah.
They chose to provide it, and you can use it. If they chose not to provide something, you cannot use it. That's it. It's as simple as that. There's no gray area there at all.
Exactly. So basically, all those people that are angry at you should be angry at Zos, basically.
And that's exactly what is supposed to happen. And they try to be angry at Zos, but Zos don't talk to them, so they're angry at me.
Yeah.
That's it.
So another thing that I'm a bit curious of is why did you let this open to the public? Why didn't you just keep it for yourself and your friends and stuff like that?
Again, it might be a complicated subject if you try to cover it like in all the details, but let me just again, because I put it on the forums in so many threads so many times, it's not a secret at all. People who make add-ons. Some people do add-ons, as people say, to get like combat advantages or like stuff like this for themselves to make their gameplay experience better. Some people are like that; they do it like that. But if you like coding, let's say, if you like to make something cool, it just so happens, and you can see this myriads and myriads of add-ons for ESO and even more for WoW. People just do it because they find it fun. Their purpose is not to increase their own like pleasure from the game.
Yep.
The purpose mostly is to make something cool, and that's why to share it with the world.
Yeah.
Because if you make something cool, you can just sit there by yourself, like I don't know, I'm gonna share with everybody. You can be purely egoistic, and you're allowed to be so. No problem. There's no policy about interface add-ons that you have to share it with anybody. No, it's just your interface, because again, it is your interface as a player.
Yes.
If somebody can customize it, he customizes it. But again, when you do something which takes months to do, let's say, you rather want other people to use it. You can find it fun. I find it fun.
Well, exactly.
I find it
Exactly. It's like, if you come up with an awesome build, you want to share it with people because,
most likely, again, if people ask me, I would definitely explain what is the build, how does it work.
I was just kind of using it as a metaphor more than anything, kind of thing.
Yeah, it works. It works. It's just different for different people. Like for instance, I don't really find that much enjoyment to share everybody like this build is awesome, please everybody use. It's up to the people. But when it comes to the interface, to me it feels, but to me personally, it feels different.
Yeah.
It feels different because build is what you use, how you press your buttons, how you would like to get advantage in the world. But interface is about perception. It's about how you perceive the world. How would you want to interact with the world?
Yeah.
It's about your pleasure as a perceiver. And I feel a difference there. That's why I have motivation to share interfaces and not that much motivation to share builds. I mean, I always answer, but I'm not like trying to chase everybody, like use my build. No, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I'm fine with whatever. So this is personal preference.
Yeah. So I've been asked this question. I'll tone it down into not the exact way I was asked it, but basically people want to know how are you so good? And basically they're very curious on what you run and what you do. Now it's up to you how much you say and what you say.
You want me to answer the question? No problem at all. The question number one: how am I so good? Because first of all, years of experience. Just experience.
Yep.
ESO PvP specifically requires years of experience to play it at a really good level.
Yes.
Because it's so much like FPS-like. It's so much based on your reflexes and your predictions, expectations, nonverbal stuff. You don't have time to think. You need to do proper things. It's just years of experience. You just go there and die and go there and die and go there and die. And at some point, you will start dying less. About build is quite simple. Many people use it right now on Stamina and Nightblade. I prefer to use it, but it's just different variations. I use back bar Eternal Hunt, front bar Shield Breaker because I like it and because I like to say hello to Sorks.
Yeah, well, I got one message for you from a Sork. F you piece of crap.
Yeah. I love all the Sorgs. They are so good. So yeah, please keep playing Sorgs. It's awesome. Anyways, so from Bar Shieldbreaker and Troll King, 5-on-1 medium.
Yep.
I've been playing it for years and years. I just recently substituted with Shieldbreaker. Otherwise, it's the same backbone build.
Cool.
Nothing fancy.
And I guess, like, do you have any tips for anyone in that regards of
About PvP, I already gave you the tip. Go there and die.
Yep.
Go there and die. Go there and die. Go there and die. This is exactly how it works. It never worked in any other way. It always works like this. You need to go and do something, and you will fail, and that's awesome. Fail again and fail again and fail again and fail again, and then you will figure out maybe this is the way how I will fail a bit less.
Yeah.
Just that. Just that. There's no like secrets. There's nothing in this regard about ESO PvP. It's not about like hidden builds and stuff. You just go there and die.
So I don't know how much you pay attention to the forums or anything like that, but at the moment, I'm feeling very passionate about trying to minimize the amount of cheating and stuff in the game, and trying to get Zos to, you know, actually care about cheating in PvP more specifically, and botting and all that kind of stuff. What's your opinion at the moment with cheating in the game? Like, do you think it's a problem, or do you think it's not? Like, what's your opinion on it, basically?
Okay, so I've been given this answer for years, and as years pass by, I give the same answer about cheating in ESO. For years playing ESO PvP, I have not seen any single person cheating at all. The only thing I've seen somebody cheating was those videos from that infamous like weekend when Zazir or somebody else like using some exploit they managed to find or whatever, or cheat engine, whatever it was. I've seen it on the video. I never seen it in game, and never seen anything close to cheating in the game for years. That's what I've seen. That's my experience.
Okay.
Not a single instance of cheating.
Okay, fair enough. So just leading off that, so do you think cheat engine is a problem from that answer? I'm guessing no, or
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody
Yeah.
cheating, so I don't know.
yeah.
Again, I fought almost everybody. Like I fought thousands of people over the years. Not a single guy cheated. I know how cheating works. I played many MMOs before, and I played many private servers of MMOs when people just blatantly cheat in PvP specifically. I know how cheat should feel. I know how they should look. None of those people cheat. That's what I see.
So that's really interesting. Like, coming from, you know, from you, someone that's got a better understanding of the way that the game works and stuff, as far as like a coding aspect, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. To say that, and, you know, a lot of it does make me wonder that, you know, cheating is overplayed a lot, and people think that people cheat a lot more when they're actually not cheating. And I feel like that's kind of like on part Zos's fault, because they're not very they don't communicate with people to let them know that, look, this is what, you know, cheating is, and this is what cheating isn't, you know, like you know, they've never come out and said, okay, you know, that guy there is actually legit, what he's doing is legit. And yeah, like,
That's exactly the problem. Because again, PvP in ESO is quite complex. Besides being very much reliant on your reflexes, it's besides that it's quite complex.
Yeah.
It takes month and month for people to get at a decent level. I'm not talking about great level. Great level takes years and some prior experience and some, I don't know, some skills we just somebody happened to have and somebody happened not to have.
Yeah.
So it's quite complex. And since so many people, it's one feature of ESO, so many people with different skill level, understanding the game, play in the same environment, in the exactly same environment.
Yeah.
This game has, and because of some specifics of combat mechanics, so basically this game, in my experience, has one of the largest gaps
Yeah.
in PvP skill level of players playing the same campaign, same environment that I've ever seen in any other game. That's why it's not even about this guy doesn't know how to kill that guy. No, this guy doesn't understand what the guy does.
Exactly.
That's the major problem, and that's why like cheating, these people cheating, those people cheating, blah 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 blah. Anybody who plays at top level knows how the game plays. He will tell you pretty much the same that I told you.
Yeah.
People don't cheat. People just not very good
And
in understanding.
And like, that's like in the instances where like, you know, I get like insta killed and it feels like, you know, the guy was cheating. I live in Australia. I have 360 ping. Like, you know, I put in so many tickets about this, not calling them cheaters, but asking Zos, like, is this fucking, like, is this legit? And, you know, I never get a response from them. You know, if they answered me and go, oh, that's fine, you're just lagging. Like, that's what happens in ESO when you lag. Like,
Yep. They never tell you about it, so that's why people just go to forums and they never reply to the forums. And some other people who don't understand what's going on and lag. Okay, there are two problems: lag and animation canceling. It's not that animation canceling is the problem per se. It is the problem to understand the game.
yeah.
And that's why when somebody does some number, okay, so for instance, it's if you look at your death recap, sometimes you can see, let's say, I don't know, like 6 attacks, 6 lines in death recap, which happened in 1 second.
Yeah.
And it's easy to do because light attack, skill, bash, that's 3. Poison proc, let's say double damage poison proc, it's 2 more, and some proc skill, that's 6. And people say, the guy did 6 skills on me. No, he didn't do 6 skills on you. He pressed 3 buttons, one for light attack, one for skill, one for bash. But in the aftercap, you're gonna see 6 lines.
Yeah.
And people just don't understand how the game works. That's it. And lag. Because one guy, like recently, and I know the guy, he's not bad at all. He asked me what the hell happened when the other guy just killed him, kind of like in 2 seconds. And he even recorded the video and shared this video with me. And I looked at this video. It was quite obvious what happened. There is a glitch. If you crit charge from stealth, you're not going to be visible for the guy.
Yeah, we were talking about this the other day.
You're not going to be visible for the interface as well. So pretty much the damage that you will do for a couple of seconds will not be displayed on the HP bar, etc. So on your screen you will just die.
Yeah.
But on the other guy's screen, it was like 2-3 seconds. He did that, and that, but you just didn't see.
Yeah.
So lag plus animation cancel plus glitches. Give you what we have.
Yeah.
Everybody cheats, like so many cheaters. They just cheat their way to, I don't know, some... I'm not sure what is the goal to cheat, but still.
And, you know, this could be fixed by Zos being a lot more transparent about, you know, about it.
At least that.
And, well, mate, I don't really have anything else to ask. I don't know if you have anything else you want to say to everyone, or...
Pretty much I already said it. Probably, I mean, okay, I could tell a lot about a lot of stuff which I find interesting and important, but technically, all this stuff should be addressed to Zos.
Yeah.
Because it's about them. That's the major problem. You can talk about glitches that they never fix. You can talk about balanced direction. You can talk about them ignoring PvP, specifically Cyrodiil, and that's what they've been doing for at least a year or something. But that's not that much important. The most important part is they don't discuss stuff with us.
So, this might actually surprise you. I was basically contacted by Game Master yesterday. There was actually one in the game. So,
I heard about them.
Yeah. So, I don't know, like, if you know how you obviously just said you could talk. I don't know if you want to talk about one subject or something. And, because Zos has been paying attention, so hopefully they will see it. So I don't know if you've got something, one topic you would like to tell Zos about.
I already did.
Okay.
Again, this is the major issue. A major issue. They need to start talking to people Because right now I'm playing ESO mostly like to play with friends and some mindless fun from time to time, and I don't even kill people that much. We just, run around Cyrodiil, just watch other people fight and have fun in whatever way we can find. But otherwise, I'm slowly moving to Guild Wars, which is awesome. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, okay.
Guild Wars 2 is really
He's
awesome.
put a
I
nice little
recommend
plug
everybody.
in there for Guild Wars.
Exactly. I'm not getting paid by them. I'm just enjoying it right now. So yeah, that's it. If these guys just don't communicate, and it doesn't matter what their intentions are, it doesn't matter where would they lead the game. If you don't know what's going on, if you don't really have these gods, so to speak, to talk to you and to comfort you and to tell you everything's gonna be alright, we're gonna fix it, everything's gonna be good. That's what you're gonna have.
Yeah.
And they have a bunch of salt, a bunch of negative emotions, and people blaming each other. Pretty much hysteria. That's what happens on the forums.
Yeah. So
It's unfortunate, but I cannot do anything, right?
exactly. I just had an idea. Would you mind if I left it to the people to ask a few questions, and then I can just forward them to you to answer, just in a written form?
Sure. Sure. But once again, if it's specifically about my add-on, there are a bunch of like long threads.
I'll just pick out a few ones that aren't obviously already been answered by that.
Yeah,
so
because everything is there pretty much.
So there you go, guys.
I don't have any new motivation about it.
Sorry, mate. So yeah, if you have any questions you want to ask me if it's about his add-ons, obviously, as you just said, there's forum posts on that. I will try and link them in the description. So if that's what you want to ask, just go to the forum post and check it all out there. And before you ask a question, anyway, basically. So I want to thank you, Miat, for taking your time out of your day. You had no obligation to do this, and you did. So that's very much appreciated. And that's, yeah, if you've got nothing else to say, we pretty much can wrap it up here.
That's it. You can wrap it up. Again, love everybody. It should be fun instead of salt. More fun, less salt.
And
that's the motto.
Guys, like I had to talk to Miat the other day for the first time, and like I like to say that I'm a pretty spot on judge of character, and he doesn't seem like the devil like everyone makes him out to be. So yeah, so as you said, no salt, and yeah. Alright guys, once again it was Johnny from JTK Gaming, and thanks for watching.